So one other item I want to hit, and it's not really particular to Joe, but maybe it is on some level. It's in your community, in your neighborhood. There's businesses and things happening. Mike Durkin, could you let us know where you're recording from today by chance?
Oh, I appreciate that. We've lost the exposed brick of One Webster's Landing. We are transitioning. We, as in VIP, is moving into the Post this week, which is the redevelopment of the Post Standard. So I'm in my new office. And this morning, Joe, you'd appreciate this because you know the building, I think. So it's snowing like gangbusters this morning, and there's a lot of folks on vacation this week traveling, and it's like a snow globe. And I snap a shot and I send it to Meg, and I'm like, you are gonna lose your mind when you walk in here Monday, because we probably have 20% of the people now. Okay. There's still, the other 80 have to come next week or the next 3 weeks, but we're up and running, and I'm in my new office.
Congrats. That's
Thank
awesome.
you.
I cannot wait to see your guys' new office.
NBT is moving in the summertime, and studs are up. It's going fast.
Who else is in there, Mike?
VIP is moving into the first floor as we speak. Chase Design moved in last summer, so summer of 22. NBT Bank will be bringing in their Central New York headquarter folks from a different location downtown. And NRG Energy signed a lease recently, and they'll be bringing another dozen people with them in the fall of 23. And now we're working on phase 2, which is the remaining 100,000 feet that the newspaper vacated in December.
That's awesome.
So, Joe, I'll tell you this one more story. If you're standing in the Post and you're at the north end, we've got the wall of glass, which is the old press hall. And it's 50 feet tall, it's 40 feet deep, it's 130 feet wide. And we've been talking to all sorts of different companies, whether they're assembly, they're making widgets, they're health and fitness, they're you name it, defense, security, I mean, all these different things. What do you do with this area that's all glass and 50 foot high? And I can't tell you how many times, but it happened this week. People are like, you got to do a rock climbing wall. And I'm not making this up. It happened this week. But yeah, if they outgrow Merrill Soul and we don't fill the north end yet, call me up.
Mike, every time I drove past that building for those 7 years, I was like, that is a climbing wall. But it wouldn't unfortunately be large enough, but that would be so. Can you imagine like 50 people climbing up 50 feet and having lights shining up there?
Yeah,
that's cool. Mike, let me say what you guys have done at the Post, and kudos to Jeremy and Gary Thurston over at City Center. I mean, to come out of COVID and not to put in apartments in a building, and for you guys to fill your space, for them to fill that building. I mean, hats off, because without that, downtown Syracuse would be, I think struggling a little bit to bring those jobs downtown. I'm happy for you guys, and I can't wait to see your space.
Rising tides lifts all boats. People ask me, and I'm like, I'm tickled pink that Hainer Hoyt pulled off City Center. I think it's fantastic that they took a section and didn't do more apartments, that there's enough commercial need. I'm like, this is great. We need to go from Salt City Market up to the north end to the Post. Yeah, that's the central business district. We got to be strong every block along the way. And what's happened on Salina Street and Warren over the last 10 years is remarkable. Mm-hmm. So, we're excited, but we would love to bring a company or companies that can bring more jobs downtown, take advantage of the high power, the high ceilings, the heavy power, the floor loads, the loading docks, and let's bring some industrial type assembly jobs that can really bring dozens of more people to the heart of downtown. And quite frankly, and Joe, you know this, a lot of groups have trouble finding those workers out in the suburbs. It's hard to get to sometimes. So let's bring the jobs to them. And we're just a 9-iron away from the north side. Just let's bring some jobs right here and let them walk to work like the old days of Nettleton and the Post Standard. People would walk to work.
I think you guys can do it. You got a good product.
Yeah, thank you. And I got to put a plug in. So Matt Paulus with the Dietz, you mentioned him and Huber Brewer, but we, VIP Architectural Associates, was the architect for that project.
It's a good plug, I
like it.